I wanted to have a word with you, the Salvationists of the Southern Territory, about the recent dreadful events that took place in El Paso, Texas, and Dayton, Ohio. Like you, my heart is broken as once again we see innocent people suffering, dying, as a result of the uncontrolled anger and hatred of disturbed, deprived people. I invite you to join me in praying for those who grieve, for those who suffer, and yes, for those responsible for these horrific acts of violence. My friends, instead of cursing the world's darkness for being dark, let me challenge you instead to increase the wattage of the heavenly light you've been given. Because as we all know, light will always eliminate darkness. In Sunday school, we used to sing the little song of "This Little Light of Mine," proudly stating that I'm going to let it shine. Let's be intentional about doing exactly that, shining our God-given light in neighborhoods, communities, towns, and cities across the territory until every small flicker becomes a virtual lighthouse of hope, of love, and acceptance, so bright that it's seen around the world. Friends, this is not the time to huddle ourselves behind the walls of our core, behind the walls of our centers. It's game time. This is the very time for us to intentionally come out from behind our closed doors and be the light we sing about. I call on all Salvationists in the Southern Territory to actively and intentionally shine the love of Christ as brightly as you possibly can in your community. Let's not just sit, hoping, waiting for people to come to us. Let's take the initiative, the first step. Get involved. Be engaged with people in your neighborhood. Seek out those who aren't like you. Together, let's go look for the ones who are lonely, outcast, and afraid. Together, let's embrace and include them. Together, let's find a way to make a difference in their lives and in their outlook. As believers, this is a way for us to positively influence our culture, to be like salt and light. Even a little salt, you know, has a lot of influence, and the glow of the dimmest candle brings light into the darkest situation. This is not a time to wring our hands or run away. No, this is the time for us to roll up our sleeves and to redouble our efforts. This is the time for each of us to step out boldly, to be courageous. This is the time for us to go where Jesus would go, say what Jesus would say, and be who He has called us to be. Jesus Himself made it clear. He promised that the gates of hell will not prevail against the church when it is in active obedience to His message and example. May it be so with us, the Salvation Army of the Southern Territory. God bless you.